made the worst mistake of my life.
You want to send a message to your kids?
I miss you.
If you don't know the rules, can you still break them? Today we're covering 4 people who were arrested abroad and didn't know why. Number 4, Galen Grandstaff. Former fireman and English teacher Galen Grandstaff met his Russian wife Anna in South Carolina. They decided to move to Moscow to live closer to Anna's parents. In July 2017, after receiving an item he ordered from the Chinese website Alibaba, Grandstaff was surprised by Russian officials knocking at his door.
I ordered a $10 bottle of metal cleaner, a cleaning chemical for metal.
The cleaner contained a substance called GBL, which is sold illegally as both a party drug and a steroid. Like many other countries, Russia considers GBL a narcotic. Grandstaff's possession of the cleaner resulted in him being charged with drug smuggling, an offense punishable with up to 20 years in prison.
The prisoners have their own rules. If you don't go along with it, then they mark you. You become what they call as a red inmate. I've been attacked by a number of individuals who group together because I don't conform to their criminal lifestyle.
Grandstaff was harassed by prisoners and guards alike. He was even prohibited from writing letters in English to his wife. So he communicated through drawing cartoons.
He's a bear in them, and he just uses them to show what's around him and how he feels. There are sad bears, there are happy bears, there are bears that are sleeping on the floor. After 2 long years in Russian confinement, the judge called Grandstaff for a surprise hearing. After a solid defense from his lawyer, the charges were finally dropped, and Grandstaff is once again a free man. Number 3.
So you mean to tell me this guy had a cleaning agent to clean metal, and they said it was whatever GBL, ABCD, whatever it was. Anyway, they said that is illegal in their country and all this other stuff. Now, y'all go to these foreign countries, y'all gotta understand, their laws is their laws, and how they do things is totally different than the United States. So, y'all gotta be careful when y'all go to them foreign countries, cause y'all don't want no Brittany Griner type of situation, or this guy type of situation, you know what I'm saying? Or you get locked up, and they laws and they politics on how they do things, you know. We got new laws in here in the United States that you gotta understand and get to know before you go on to a foreign country thinking you can do what you do there like you can here. And for the fact that they stopped him from drawing and writing letters to his family and stuff, man. You know how you know what I'm saying, like mentally messed up you probably would be up in there? It's just real sad though. On the same time, you know, like I said, you gotta learn them laws, cause you never know how it is in them foreign countries and how illegal the simplest, littlest thing is, you know what I'm saying?
Number 3, Billy Hood. British football coach Billy Hood had a promising career waiting for him before he flew to Dubai to coach a kids club. In January 2021, Emirati police arrested Billy and searched both his car and his apartment. Billy was sure they'd realized they got the wrong man, but he didn't know what was waiting for him. After searching his car, the cops found 4 bottles of vaping liquid that contained CBD. The UAE has 0 tolerance for any and all cannabinoids, with the minimum penalty for drug possession being 4 years in prison. After being pressured to sign a confession in Arabic, Billy was sentenced to 25 years in prison. He was tested for drugs multiple times, which all came back negative. He also insisted that the drugs weren't his to begin with.
They're not his. He's told them that. He's told them that. He's done 9 months for nothing.
Since his arrest, Billy's family has been protesting around England and calling for the government to take action, saying that Billy is being tortured in prison.
Justice! When do we want it? Now! Justice for Billy! Justice for Billy!
In December 2021, the court accepted an appeal from Billy and reduced his sentence from 25 years to 10 years in prison.
Dang, that's crazy. This guy had CBD fluid that got him some time. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. I wouldn't even imagine some liquid over there being illegal, And like I said, you just got to be careful with these stuff that you take over there, bring all that, etc., etc. If I'm going on vacation, definitely over to somebody else's country, I probably wouldn't even take nothing. I'll be bringing stuff back, clothes, all that, because, I feel like you adapting to somebody else's culture and somebody else's household. It's not like it's yours. Or, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying now, but that's just me. Once I start to travel and go to foreign countries, I ain't taking nothing. But I will be bringing some clothes and stuff back, though.
10 years in prison. Number 2, Yoshi Taylor. This single mother of 2 worked as a school teacher to support her children. Her teaching style wasn't a fit for most Australian schools, so she was laid off. Like many in her situation, Taylor started looking for love online, and that was when she met Precious Max.
We talked about work and our work history. We talked about an orphanage that he visited and donated time and things to. I thought I got to know him, and he seemed very nice.
In short, Precious Max was too good to be true. He claimed to be a South African businessman looking for a serious relationship with Yoshi, and after talking to her for a while, he offered her a trip to visit him in Cambodia.
I wanted to know that he was a real person, so first of all I asked him to send me a copy of his passport, and I said that I didn't want the ticket needed to be paid in cash, not with a credit card, because I knew that there were credit card scams, and so he agreed to both those things.
Knowing that she needed the money, Precious Max asked Taylor to run an art gallery for him, and even gave her $1,000 in advance. After 2 more trips to Cambodia, Taylor was given a backpack full of Cambodian fabrics to deliver to Australia. But before Taylor could get on the plane, she learned the truth about Mac.
He went straight for the backpack, and he pulled out the materials, and then he got a Stanley knife and cut down the spine of the bag. And that was when I saw the powder.
Yoshi Taylor was tricked into smuggling 2 kilos of heroin to Australia and was arrested along with Precious Max and his partner Charlene. It turned out the 2 had been tricking Australian men and women into smuggling drugs across the borders. In July 2013, Yoshi was charged with international drug smuggling and sentenced to 23 years in a Cambodian prison, despite evidence proving she was a victim.
You want to send a message to your kids?
I miss you.
After 5 years of legal battles, Taylor's lawyers finally proved her innocence, and she was set free. As for Max and Charlene, they are serving 27 years and 25 years respectively.
Now this situation is crazy just because she thought she was doing something that wasn't illegal, but at the same time, it was illegal. Now it's good to see these guys got life, but it took so long for her to prove her innocence. You know what I'm saying? And that's usually what it takes a while for things to take too long sometimes, because it's like you're going through this, physically, mentally, emotionally, everything feeling involved. You're going through it. And then you have kids that is not, it's not like it sounded like the father was praising like that because she was doing what she was doing. She's a school teacher of 2 kids, like it said, so she was trying to get extra income so she can do things for them, because at the end of the day, when you have kids and you're active, it's all about
5 years respectively. Number 1, Otto Warmbier. Otto Frederick Warmbier was the pride of his family. After graduating from Wyoming High School to pursue a career in economics, Warmbier traveled for a study program in Hong Kong in 2016. During this trip, he decided to visit North Korea over the New Year. After a wild celebration in a Pyongyang hotel, Otto and his travel group decided to go on an adventure to the forbidden 5th floor.
It is the staff's floor, with hallways full of propaganda slogans.
Surveillance footage shows someone taking a poster off the walls at nearly 2 a.m.
The North Korean authorities believe it was Otto Warmbier. On January 2nd, 2016, the student group took a plane and left North Korea. Otto, on the other hand, was taken into custody.
Two guards took him away, and I sort of laughingly said to him, well, that's the last we'll ever see of you. And because we got on so well, Otto turned around and just chuckled at me. But of course there was a huge irony in my words that we obviously didn't know what was going to happen, but that was the last time anyone actually saw him.
Nearly 2 months later, Otto appeared on television for the first time since his arrest, desperately reading a staged confession written by the North Korean government.
I entirely beg you, people and government of the DPR Korea, for your forgiveness. Please, I have made the worst mistake of my life. But please, I never should have allowed myself to be allured by the United States administration to commit a crime in this country.
Otto Warmbier was sentenced to 15 years in a labor camp for his subversive actions. But after a year of negotiations between the United States and North Korea, Warmbier was released in June of 2017. But his condition was beyond anyone's expectations.
He shows no signs of understanding language, responding to verbal commands, or awareness of his surroundings.
Because of severe brain damage, Otto remained in this vegetative state for a week in a U.S. hospital before his parents decided to let him go. Otto Warmbier died on June 19, 2017. With no visible signs of torture or mishandling, the direct cause of his death remains a mystery.
Dang, that's crazy. I wonder, I bet a lot of people wonder what happened to him. I think I know what happened to him, but guess what? I think a lot of stuff. We all think a lot of stuff. But dang, for him to just, you know what I'm saying, ain't really much I can talk about this guy.